And Hall of Famer David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. Boy, do we have a treat for you folks. The big ticket is here. Kevin Garnett in the house. KG, welcome.
Man, a lot of people don't know that you actually gave me the name, The Big Ticket. Dude, K-Hard, man, I hope you got a package of all this somewhere. I hope you own all the names that you've given over the years.
You are the big ticket still. Great to have Kevin Garnett.
Game, huh?
Look at Orlando. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And they've cemented their status over the course of this season as one of the truly elite teams in the NBA. They've done everything we've expected of them.
Boy, Greg, you talk about everything falling into place. They're playing a formidable brand of basketball. Just fine-tuning now in anticipation of the postseason.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon down low with Bamba next to him. Hart is out there with AI. And it's Hawkins in at the small forward position. And Kevin, what's it feel like when you hear you're one of the most dominant players of this generation in a generation of great players?
That's weird. That's weird to hear because, you know, you don't do anything by yourself.
Think of the names. Think of the names.
You know what? When you talk about stats and you talk about, numbers, then you put them up against, previous and your peers, then yeah. But, you got to always give homage to coaching styles. You got to always give homage to organizations, other players. Players make this league. This is not something you do by yourself. You come in here, you put your work in, but, the camaraderie and the energy that you're able to get, the friendships, the bonds you're able to get in this, now you have to give it to your teammates and your brothers that have helped you on the way.
You've always deferred. You've always said,
thank
you, but listen, look at this guy.
It is.
Look at this coach.
It is, man. Seriously, man. I won MVP in 04, and it was more about the guys that I was playing with and our connection more. Than the award. I was kind of the symbol and the example of that team put together, and I hope that I was able to always be, the example of. I hope that I was able to always, have those guys to be proud of, what we all accomplished that year, because one person just don't come into that and do that. That's a team thing.
How about the touch and the under control nature of what Aaron Gordon is doing close to the cup? That's nice.
Out to the wing. Towns wide open. Knocks down the three ball. Towns has got 5 points so far.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
You're right. I mean, he's found his rhythm early. The defense has got to do a better job guarding him from this point on.
And the basket by Gordon. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Passes it to Lyles. Timberwolves passing it around. Count the basket.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers done showing great vision.
Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible and take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader, brought your team together. Talk about that.
He brought us the belief from Ubuntu and bringing all of us together and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about when Miami won, Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. But a true philosophy in winning.
Now, here's Lyles. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Toronto. Now, here's AI. He's tightly guarded. first quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Shot clock at 6. Hart the pass to AI. And he's good on the 3-ball. AI's got his second basket of the night. Well, everyone wants in on AI right now. Easy to see why with his story to the NBA, and sponsors are just throwing themselves at him.
And guys, the latest one for AI, Reese's Puffs. They saw an opportunity to work with a rising star and then just jumped at it.
And here's Wiggins following the 3 from AI. Kept alive. Done. Off with the layup.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end. Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Here's Wiggins following the score by Aaron Gordon. Now, Wiggins, he's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Pass to Gordon. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
AI passes to Bamba. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And KG, you've talked about the players who influenced you. It must help to have that inspiration from other great players.
So I look at trying to find
a compass, a roadmap,
something.
Yeah.
And Chris Webber right away. As soon as I saw high school footage of him,
so interesting.
I saw a tape of him and Big Dog playing each other in a dark gym in Chicago. They was just dunking on each other. And it was this classic tape. No, this is a real story. And I resonated with Webber ever since. And, you know, he didn't really shoot a lot of jumpers. He was through. He was powerful. And I mixed it, you know, obviously took pieces of that. And they were able to, you know, obviously put it into my own game. But he was my inspiration.
That's a great story.
And I see Webb knows that. I told him that. When I first met Webb, I was starstruck. Him and Michael Jordan and Shaq a little bit, right? Because Shaq is like, holy, like, God. Shaq.
He's like that house you
like
were talking
inside the
about.
house. Go home, look inside the house. It's like looking at Shaq, right? Shaq to Diesel, right? But seriously, I was starstruck, and I was like, holy snap. And then, you know, he scored, and I had to really come out of that really fast. And after that, I think the very next year, I blocked the shot and said something. He was like, oh, we talking? Yeah. But since then, we've always had an understanding. We've always went in each other's neck, and we understood what it was. But, yeah, Chris Webber was a huge inspiration to my progression.
Love that story. And Minnesota has possession following the 3 from AI.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 12. And it's done in the corner. Down low. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one. Well, now you're going to have to tone down the level of aggressiveness on the defensive end. That's his second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
Here's Sweetney. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the teardrop. 2 points. That one goes.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Sweetney. Makes it off the glass. And Kevin, going back to your title team with the Celtics, do you think you realized at that time how special it was?
If I knew what I knew now, I would have tried to bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I would have tried to bottle as much as I could. Doc knew it. Doc Rivers knew it.
He did. He did know it. Yes.
Doc Rivers knew it, and he knew it day one, and he knew that if we was going to be committed We had to be the leaders of the commitment. It was going to be hard on the three of us. He was going to be very tough, but it made us who we are, and it pushed us to another level.
It was like he was the perfect coach at the perfect time for the perfect threesome, right?
Seriously, man, because a lot of people, go to Phil and his style and how it worked for him, Michael and Scotty and that three with Rodman, and then him transferring and going to L.A., doing that with Kobe and Shaq and making that a dynasty. Doc Rivers had a whole nother style, and it was like a Chuck Daly kind of style. It was a bar kind of very, very firm, very physical, but in your face with class. We're going to knock you down. We ain't going to help you up, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
We're going to share the ball in offense. We're going to move it. We're going to have multiple players. We're going to attack for 48 minutes. Look, this is how we're going to play this game. He had a real style that was similar to some of those Detroit, some of those more tougher teams that you hear. That's the style that we practice with and we play with.
It showed. It showed. I mean, to have that, just like historically good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
AI passes to Bamba.
Who's got ball?
Kicks it to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Here's Sue. Back to Gordon. Pass to AI. Orlando needs to get off a shot. They get it back. Bamba. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Here's Towns. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Orlando leading by 20. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Cody Zeller. Hart is out there with AI. And it's Little in at the 2.
And you just got to love the way he moves the ball. Very unselfish.
I'd say he's looking to set up his guys as much as possible. And you can tell his teammates really appreciate it.
The pass to Towns. AI outside. And Zeller kicks to AI. Hart the pass to AI. And Kevin, you said the league should allow every team a chance to host the All-Star game. What would they find if it went to every NBA city?
All our NBA cities are really dope cities. That's first off. Yeah. And I think that we should be able to not only highlight those cities, but cities should be able to make money and bring in festivals and bring in food. And we should be able to go to OKC, if not Portland, and enjoy that city for whatever it has to offer. That's true travel, and I think that, it teaches us something. Oh, man, you never knew what was up in the Northwest until you get up there or wherever it is. So I would like to see it go outside of its boundaries. I would like to see the All-Star game be like overseas one time. I don't know. I know it's super expensive, but it'd be dope to have the All-Star game in
London.
In London one time, right? That'll be super dope,
pretty good, yeah.
I mean, we're breaking boundaries here. We're doing everything, Man, maybe 2K can put it on the sun.
Maybe they can.
2K is known from, being innovative and, 2K put it on, man.
Put it on. Let's do it.
Adam will do it.
We're going. Passport's ready.
You already know.
Here we go.
Already universal, right. I'm waiting on 2K to put the game on Mars,
okay,
right? Yeah. Mars version. I want to be on that. Y'all heard me say that, right?
And here's AI following the three-pointer by Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, that's all you.
Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. AI passes to Zeller. Fires for 3. Drills it from outside. Hart's got 5.
And that was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
Well, both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Bucks was tremendous. He ended with 31 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
I think that's the kind of game that carries over, and he'll have every chance to do it because I've got to believe he's their number one option.
Now, here's AI, following the miss by Chris Dunn.
Watch the pick.
To the inside. Towns with the steal. To the paint. Here's Lyles. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Kevin, you've said that 18-year-olds should be able to enter the NBA draft. If you had a son that was good enough to be drafted, had a chance to go play at a big-time college basketball program, would you feel any differently, or you'd probably take that same approach?
You know, every situation is different.
I know it is.
And I would like to think that whatever his appetite and whatever I felt like he was prepared to be ready for. You know, none of it's easy, and it's going to be hard either way. I would just look to take advantage of opportunities versus having to stop and go in a place. If I can go straight to somewhere versus having to stop, I'm going to go straight to the destination. I'm not going to stop.
And maybe trust the example that you've set for him for those 18 years at home, being under your roof.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and then being able to say that I had you under my roof, basically trained you for this moment here. And then now it's up to the individual, you know. Take him to the water, here's your opportunity, what you going to do with it.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
AI can't hit.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Dunn. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
These two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
Here's Ogilvy, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Gordon kicks to Hawkins. AI outside, 6 on the shot clock, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Aaron Gordon showing he can jump out of the gym. How about that alley-oop?
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. AI can't hit. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A-game.
Banked in off the glass. Wiggins has got 6.
What a difference in the second quarter. His shooting, much more confidence, much more accuracy.
And Kevin, you talk about your rivals at that big man position. Who comes to mind among guys you played against and have the most respect for?
I got a lot of respect for guys in our league. Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dice, Charles Barkley, Carmelo, you know, to name a few. Chris Webber.
Yeah.
A ton of respect. But when it comes to the cream of the cream, you know, Rasheed Wallace and Tim Duncan always brought out another side of me. I would say Chris Webber too, you know, because Chris Webber's my idol. And those guys brought out the better side of me. And I like to think that I dug deeper with those guys and playing up against those guys. If you want to see what you are in this league and all that stuff that you've been practicing and working on in the gym, those players, those moments are going to pull those times out of you. And that's what true essence are. And only the elite understand that. Only the elite understand the matrix. And things slow down and you really are dominating the game on both ends.
Different world.
Different world, different flow, different mindset, different type of character.
Yeah, this is one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA already. Towns doing everything these days.
AI passes to Ogilvy. Hawkins kicks to AI. And the rejection by Towns. Hawkins against Wiggins. It's deflected. Dunn shot's good.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
AI passes to Hart. Back to AI. Feeds it to Gordon. Here's Sue. Gordon trying to break loose. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And we want to thank Kevin Garnett for joining us, giving us some perspective. KG is always great, and you've given us a lot to think about with your comments tonight. Thanks for coming by.
Okay, Hall, man, I hope I was able to help, man. You know, thank you for letting me be part of it.
You took over the broadcast.
Not even, man. I'm learning.
You took over the broadcast.
I'm learning from the best, K. Keep doing it, man.
Love you, buddy.
My dude.
And always a special occasion to have KG with us, Doris, a guy who really brings it every time we speak with him.
Well, his enthusiasm is contagious. This guy is a leader on and off the court. There's a vibrancy, a joy that he brings that was key to his success as a player and how fun as a broadcaster.
Bamba is checked in for Orlando. Sterling Brown comes in for Josh Hart.
You get the sense that Karl Anthony Towns, as young as he is, knows he can be the best player in the league. There isn't a phase on the offensive end from which he can't score it. Well, I'll tell you, it hasn't been his best quarter, but we know he won't get discouraged. This guy will keep grinding.
And that one, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's AI. He had 31 points in the win against Milwaukee.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had them totally rattled.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
And the shot goes in. Here's AI. He's got 16. 36 seconds left in the first half. Here's Gordon. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Brown dishes to AI. Back to Brown. AI outside. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And it's AI missing.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
And so it's Orlando.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, look, the deep ball's been there for you tonight. 4 threes in the first half. Do you expect an adjustment from the defense?
No, I hope not. I'd love to have another 4 triples next half, but when they do adjust, I'll be ready for it, you know? If the 3 is there for me, I'll take it, but if I need to do more work on the inside, I will. Whatever.
Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
Well, it's his specialty. There are certain guys who can dominate a half or even an entire game by generating second chances.
Lyles out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Chris Dunn. Then there's Towns. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half.
Well, the offensive game of Aaron Gordon continues to improve, and when he's feeling it, he stays aggressive.
Year after year, the Timberwolves have the NBA's most grueling travel schedule. A lot of miles to cover in the West.
Kevin, if you add up their flights in a season, they could circle the globe more than twice. And let's remember, there's no frequent flyer miles here either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Wiggins, he clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Wiggins has got 10 points in the game. AI kicks to Bamba to the left side wing. AI passes to Bamba. And another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Towns. And here is Lyles. The offensive rebound, and it's done in the corner. Back to Towns. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And another assist for him. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Done outside. Potter defended by Gordon. Wiggins against Hawkins. And it's Wiggins missing.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
And it's good for 2. That's now 26 points for Aaron Gordon.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Minnesota calls timeout. Doris, you were a point guard in your playing days. What qualities did you look for in a backcourt mate, someone to play off you?
Well, I would say they were similar to what I looked for in all of my teammates. Certainly you wanted players who were 3-tool players, somebody who could put the ball on the floor, use their dribble well, somebody who could pass well, who could identify, okay, the next player is open, I need to make this pass. And then the competitive attributes, Kevin. How hard did you play on a night-by-night basis? Did you prioritize winning over individual success? All the qualities I think you look for in a backcourt mate are what you would look for in any teammate.
Out to AI. That 3 off the mark. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. AI dishes to Gordon. Buries it down low. Gordon's got 8 here in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Dunn passes to Lyles. Outside, Towns. There's the dish to Dunn. He kicks to Wiggins. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. That's good from Dunn on the assist by Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. AI right side. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Sweetney, he's guarded by AI. And Towns gets it to go.
Boy, you can't pin their struggles today on him. He's been on fire from the field.
AI kicks to Ojale. Back to AI. Orlando moving the ball around. That one good for 2. Brown's got 5 now.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
The shot's good. 15 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Listen, Karl Anthony Towns is unafraid to take it right at the defense on the inside. Play through the chest. That's nice.
Here's Ojale, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Timberwolves trail by 20.
Who's watching here?
1:31 left in the 3rd.
Big comment.
Over to the wing. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
Well, nice decision on the pick and roll. Wiggins getting his own offense within the flow.
AI kicks to Ojale. AI in the post. Here's Robbins. From down in the low post, it goes. He's got 12.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Out to the right wing. Back to AI. Over to the left wing. Little passes to AI. And again, another assist.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
He has been a sensational playmaker. Hart, he's checked in for the Magic. The Magic haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Timberwolves trail by 21. Sweetney, he's guarded by AI. Wiggins from outside. Ojale grabs the rebound.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Here's Sue. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's the break. Here's Wiggins. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Wiggins has got 14.
Now, sometimes Wiggins better off when he doesn't have to put the ball on the deck.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Orlando Magic. A grand total of 28 points for. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Orlando, they've got Hart, Aaron Gordon out there with Ojale. Then it's AI. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM because the rich can get richer.
Yes.
And it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. Sweetney, he's guarded by AI. Ojale grabs the rebound.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Well, we call that crowding the shooter, right? You don't give up an inch. It's just perfect defense.
Towns kicks to Aldridge. Back to Towns. Wiggins outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
And Orlando making a change here. Zeller's checked in.
Well, getting to the line at will nowadays. Wiggins wanting to improve his free throw percentage. Well, Mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Pass to Maxwell. Towns down low. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And Orlando making a change here. Hawkins is checked in. And both free throws good for Wiggins. Magic leading by 18. To the middle, Towns with the steal. And here we go. Here's Potter. A second chance effort. No good on the shot. And Orlando the other way now.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Towns against Zeller. Left side, Towns. 6 to shoot. Good on the shot. Towns has got 9 points now in just the second half.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
The free throw drops for Gordon.
Well, I think the things that Aaron Gordon has added to his game, specifically that reliable three-point shot, is a really welcome sign. This guy has an incredible upside.
Took him no time at all on that one. 20 points for Andrew Wiggins. Orlando leading by 17. AI dishes to Gordon. Hawkins passes to AI. Kicks it to Gordon. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Wiggins, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Andrew Wiggins is a talented prospect. On the offensive end, he is as scary as it gets.
Bamba is checked in for Cody Zeller. Now a timeout called by Orlando. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting. You look at AI.
And getting the kind of attention you'd expect for a player having the kind of season he's having.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more. Towns with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Wow, the long reach of Cat. When he grabs for the ball, it's over.
Magic leading by 12. Kicks it out to Hawkins. Back to AI. Floats one. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. The quick look, no good that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
There's the pass to Gordon. And nothing is falling for him right now. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Done outside. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
Here's Dunn. Timberwolves passing it around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his fourth assist with that last one here tonight. Orlando leading by 10. AI kicks to Hawkins. Here's Hugh. And the jumper is good. AI's got 4 points now in the quarter. Minnesota's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Passes it to Wiggins. Over Hawkins and off the glass. That one's good. And that's now 27 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
AI right side. It's Hawkins on the wing. Pass to Hart. In the corner, it's AI. Drains it from beyond the arc. AI's got 23 points.
He tore it up from downtown. Down to the first half. Now hits this one. Dangerous shooter, guys.
Here's Towns, and it's blocked.
The main weapon in Bamba's attack, the slender long arms he possesses, helps him block lots of shots.
Here's Towns. But they get it back. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
AI passes to Gordon. Takes the three. Drops in the tray. Gordon's got 14 points here in the second half.
This guy's trying to close this game out in style. He's not going to stop attacking until he's sure this win is in the books.
And AI throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play. How about Karl Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA. Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been? One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Yeah, and even though Bamba's going to have to add muscle, he's strong enough to power that one through the contact.
And that one falls for Bamba. And talk about the mindset nowadays. Kids like Towns growing up not content to just play in the paint.
That's exactly right, Kevin. His father would divide their workouts into two halves. The first was face-up, dribbling, perimeter shooting. The second half of that workout, the interior, footwork, mic and drills, finishing over either shoulder. Boy, that's a pretty smart dad.
And that one, good.
Yeah, it's exactly how you play big inside. Take advantage of the size advantage that you have.
AI kicks to Hart. Hawkins passes to AI. Now Gordon. Dunn covering. AI outside. Gordon dishes to AI. Just 5 to shoot. And Hart has it in the corner. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Here's Wiles. Count it.
Well, the passing ability of Andrew Wiggins on display, and ask anyone, they'll tell you he's a great team guy.
Down low, it's tipped. Towns with the steal. Here's Wiggins, and that one comes up a bit short.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Bamba kicks to AI. Pass to Bamba. Back to AI. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The pass to Bamba. Here's Hart. Offensive rebound. It's AI, top of the key. Poke loose. It's Hawkins on the wing. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Here's AI. He feeds it to Gordon. Hart kicks to AI. Passes it to Gordon. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Hart. There's the 3.
Yeah, still struggling to find the bottom of the net from three-point range this half. They were much better in the first.
Pass to Dunn to the inside. Wiles no good.
Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Minnesota calls timeout. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, what do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees. and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game, and that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin? It can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So, listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Done. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got 11 rebounds in the game. AI passes to Bamba. And here's Hawkins, defended by Towns. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Hart, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
They get a hand on it. Towns kicks to Dunn. He tries for three, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it.
And this is going to...
Another possession, another assist.
And every time he gives up the ball, it seems to end with an assist.
Well, he's piling them on and is fast approaching the third slot in most assists in a game. Outside, Towns. He dishes it to Dunn. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him.
Well, when you see a Karl Anthony Towns who's engaged on the offensive end, he believes he can score from any spot on the floor.
AI dishes to Gordon. That one is off. Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Orlando also making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Bamba. Brown comes in for Hawkins. And Derek White subbed in for Josh Hart. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Timberwolves. Aldridge looking for an opening. Down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
And finally finding a rhythm, but unfortunately a little too late.
Well, you wonder if they can use the momentum they've built here into the next game, because this one looks over.
AI kicks to Gordon. Back to AI. Pass to Zeller. Orlando moving the ball around. Brown outside. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Well, thank you, and congrats on the win. You guys did damage from three-point land tonight. Was that on the scouting report coming into the game?
Well, you know what? I knew I could take advantage of them from the perimeter. I mean, I can score from anywhere, but when an opponent's going to give me that three...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
For at least 24 hours, you know what I'm saying?
Whew. Oh, hey.
So, another win tonight to keep the streak alive. Anything you want to say after that performance? Not really. How about this? That was good. Any other questions? No? Okay. Well, great win tonight, you know? Yeah, great win.
How's it going?
Good to see you, AI.